Welcome back, aggressive learners. In this section, I'm going to introduce you to what I call comments. All right, comments, line break, and horizontal lines. All right, so I'm going to introduce you to these three things. All right, we're going to use it to make our work more beautiful. Now, what do we use comment for? Comment, this is what we call comments. All right, this is what we call comments. Now, comments in HTML are used, I'll call it heading elements. All right, so this one I'll call it comment are used to make our programming more readable. So I'm going to call this paragraph element stats. Then I'll call this one paragraph element end. Right, good. So I expect you to do comment for the remaining one. All right, so in this section, comments would never be interpreted on a browser. If you look at here, you will not see this comment being interpreted on this browser. You will not see it. This is for your own, for the readability of your code. In case you come back tomorrow and you want to remember what you wrote and why you wrote it, as your code gets complex, you will realize that the need for this comment, because they're going to help you make your code more readable. They're going to help you remember exactly why you wrote what you wrote as you progress in your programming career. All right, good. So let's get ahead and try to introduce what we call line break. Now, look at this. I'm going to introduce line break. This is what we call line break. BR. All right, look at this. It was able to break our line immediately. I could do that here again. Don't forget, this has also what we call closing tag. All right, but whether you write it or not, it doesn't really matter. It is self-closing. This kind of HTML are referred to as what? Self-closing HTML tag. They are self-closing because they can actually close themselves without you introducing the final part of it. So you can go ahead and do for this. All right, good. So look at how beautiful our poem is becoming, right? It's making more sense. Good. Now I want you to go ahead and introduce line breaking for these three. All right, go ahead and introduce line breaking for these three. Remember, I asked you to go online and pick a poem of your choice and do what I did. Introduce line breaking for these three. You must not pick exactly the poem I put. You must pick anything of your choice. Do what you want to do and do it well. All right, so go ahead, do the same for these guys and see what they look like. All right, so this is your poem with about 3 stanzas and we are good to go. The last thing I want to show you before I go is I want to let you know that this is what we call white space. This empty space I'm creating here, they are called white space. HTML has the ability to automatically not recognize your white space. It has an automatic closing for white space. Remember, you just look at, I just saved now and it is not showing that I had a white space on this browser. Are you seeing? So HTML automatically closes this space for you. It automatically collapses. Let me use the word collapse. It collapses a white space for you. It will never show on the browser. But if you really want to make it show, of course, there are ways to do that, but that's not for this class. All right. Now, the purpose of this class is that I want you to understand what comment is, and I want you to understand what line breaks are, and then most importantly, I want you to understand what white space collapsing is in HTML. And I want you to go ahead and repeat this procedure of line break for the remaining 2, and then I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.